crafty friends, Gianna here with J. Marie Design and the Kat Scrappiness creative crew, and welcome to our Rolly Polly Pandas giveaway hop. This is a brand new release, and let's dive into it. In addition to the new release things, I am also using the full front A2 shaker pouch or panel and the foliage frame die. I have picked out my little colored images, my little cutie patootie pandas there. They're so adorable and so fun to color. So I picked out the bamboo paper. This paper pack is so fun. Both sides are amazing. So I'm going to take and first off, I'm going to clean off any like dust or anything that I can get off with my microfiber towel. And then I'm going to take my anti-static brush and I'm just going to go over the inside of my shaker panel. That kind of helps the little shaker bits not stick as bad. I won't say it completely stops it, but it makes it a little bit not as staticky. And then I'm going to take and fold my edges over where the adhesive is and place this down. And I do realize that eventually I probably should have taken there's a film on the front of the panel. I probably should have taken it off first, but since I had it upside down, I was trying to avoid any scratches on it from rubbing it back and forth on my glass mat. You know, if there was anything caught underneath there or, you know, any dust or anything where it would have left some scratches. And so I did leave it on. It just it doesn't make it difficult. It just wraps around onto those little adhesive pieces. So when you go to take the panel off, it pulls all the way around. Not really a big deal. These shaker panels make making shaker cards so quick and easy. And so I am going to peel that up. It takes me a minute, one, because I have no fingernails, and so it's hard to grab that. But I get it going, and we get that pulled off. So the foliage frame die is so fun. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that totally works for the bamboo leaves. But it also works for, you know, Christmas or spring or any other holiday where you wanted, or critters that you might want some leaves. And I am using the little green, it's almost a plaid side of it for my leaves. I just really like the design, and it was soft enough that it didn't distract from the the pattern background or the pandas. I was trying to say pandas and background all at the same time, and it came out wrong. Oh my goodness. So I was watching another creator, and they put the frame down before putting the shaker bits on, and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. So I gave it a try this time, and I did use a liquid adhesive to adhere to the acetate, and so I just kind of press on it, make sure everything is good and adhered, and then I'm gonna position my little panda guys and get them on just to give them a little bit of time to make sure they're really stuck down on there. I love these pandas. They are so fun. So this is a giveaway hop, so make sure you check out the description box below, one, for any links to the new products and any products that I use, and two, for the giveaway form. You want to get that filled out. And also in the description box, you will find a playlist that will take you from one designer to the next. So here I'm trying to figure out where to put the sentiment, and I actually just kind of love the front of this card with no sentiment, so I do go ahead and put it on the inside, and you'll see that later in the video. But now it is time to mix up our shaker bit mix, and I have a whole bunch of different Kat Scrappiness embellishments, which will be linked below. And so we're going to get those all in there. And there are some that were not labeled in my box, and so I'm not exactly sure where they came from. I did fake bakes, and so I have a lot of sprinkles and things like that. And I'm not sure if they're those, if they're Kat's, but they were just some out of my stash. But the ones that I had, that I knew for sure, I show you the baggies and you'll know. And I really fill this one up because those shaker pouches have so much room to put some really nice mixes in there. I went ahead and found all the ones that I could find that would go with these cute pandas. And I love the little the beads, dots, dragées, whatever you call the little, the little round ones in a shaker card, because one, they really get the rest of the shaker bits moving, and two, they make a little noise. They make that shaker noise that when you shake it, it's all good to go. So I'm just making sure that none of the, sometimes the little coin ones get on their side and get stuck between the paper and the acetate. So I just made sure that those were all down there, and I have my little Kat Scrappiness trays there. I love the little triangle trays for mixing. And then the big one is nice for when you want to pour everything back into your little Ziplocs or into your shaker card. All right, let's pull in some score tape and go all the way across the bottom there. One, to make sure that none of our shaker bits escape out of the corners, but also just to make sure that it's really stuck down to our card base. You don't want that thing falling off. And it just makes sure that it's really adhered with the acetate and all the bits and everything. And with people, shaking the card, I would hate for anything to let go. So we're going to use some tear tape to make sure that that is all set. Then to position this on my card, this is a little trick I learned from another creator friend of mine. And he takes his score tape and peels back just a portion of it. And that allows him, a little bit of wiggle room when putting his card down. And so I just get it started, make sure that it's all positioned where I want, easy to move, get those corners adhered, and then you just slip out the rest of the backer from underneath your card. And it's such a neat trick, and a lot of times I forget, but it really does help when not using liquid adhesive, which gives you that little wiggle room. But with using the score tape to be able to, pull it up if you need to and move it around. So this little piece I'm going to put on the inside, and it ties together the paper that I used for the frame as well, but just gives a little bit of, a little extra something on the inside. And that's going to be the place where I set my sentiment. And it's a sentiment that I just printed off my computer. I, designed it and then just printed it off. And then I'm going to add the little sleepy one. He's so cute. On the inside here. He's just hanging out in his little bamboo tree. So I hope that you will hop along to the rest of the design team. Also, check out the Kat Scrappiness channel for the introduction video where I go through and show you, all of the pieces of this set as well. And so I'm still trying to decide if that little guy on the tire swing, man, I try and fit him on so many cards. But here is my finished card with my shaker bits. Thanks for watching.